All that glitters is gold and copper and silver. All the metals continue to be all the rage today. Gold at a new record high, copper at a 2-year high, silver at a 30-year high. You know, usually this stuff happens when investors sense something bad could happen. Havens before contagions, or so they say. But what contagion? University of Maryland economist Peter Morici knows and says it ain't good. Peter, what's going on?
Well, I think that investors are shorting the dollar. They simply don't have confidence that the United States will recover, and they're quite concerned long-term about President Obama's policies not working and him printing simply too much money. You know, treasuries are selling for paying about 3.8%. Most folks expect it to be above 5% in a few years. That would mean that holding treasuries would be just silly right now.
When this has happened in the past, it's usually at the expense of something else, like stocks don't do well, treasuries certainly don't do well. But recent days notwithstanding, both those markets have done very well. One has to give, doesn't it?
Well, I don't think stocks have done all that well. Look, since the beginning, they really haven't improved.
I know, but look at September, the best one in likely 7
decades. But look at
August.
You look at August. I mean, we haven't done anything since the flash crash, and we haven't done anything for the last 10 years in the stock market.
So you think people are just getting nervous, parking the dough in something that's a hard asset, and what?
Basically, that's what they're doing. When you think about it, there's probably more downside risk in gold than there is in dollars, but there still is a downside risk. You know, if the dollar fundamentally is revalued, like I'd like to see it, gold will float up with the yuan. It won't float up, you know, it'll be okay. And you got to remember, gold
You're talking about how it would do
for,
against the Chinese currency, but go ahead.
Gold sold for more than $2,000 an ounce in inflation-adjusted terms in 1980. It sold for about $2,200. So my feeling is gold's got a lot of way to go yet.
Who's buying it? You always hear this sort of black helicopter talk. Someone is hoarding it. Who?
Everybody's buying it. They have vending machines in Europe now to buy gold, and those vending machines are coming here, just like Coke. Moreover, with these exchange-traded funds that have come online over the last decade, it is much more accessible for prudent investors to put some of their portfolio in gold because the transactions costs are low and storage costs are non-existent or virtually non-existent. So, you know, it is easier to buy gold. There's more demand, and frankly, what is a strong currency that you can feel confident about?
You raise an excellent point, but you know, you're a great historian besides just being an all-around smart guy, Peter. So you know my next question is going to be back to the sinister black helicopter crowd theory. The Hunt brothers cornered the silver market in the early 80s, and we found out the degree to which that market was manipulated sometime after the fact. I'm just wondering whether we're missing something like that now.
I don't think so. I don't buy the conspiracy theory. Investors, by a 2-to-1 margin, forget about the polls about the upcoming election, which are going the Democrats' way. Investors, by a 2-to-1 margin.
Republicans' way.
Now, actually, take a look at the recent polls. Boxers up.
Okay.
You know, you look at California. Look at Maryland, where I am. O'Malley's up. But no, my feeling is that that investors, by a 2-to-1 margin, say they don't have confidence in Barack Obama, and oh my goodness, he may still have a workable majority in the Congress after this election. I think that investors broadly are voting with their feet. I don't buy the conspiracy theory.
Wow. Well, then you disagreed with me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're never coming on again. I'm kidding, Peter. Always love having you, my friend.
Know.
Peter Morici, a walking encyclopedia. Well, at first, the establishment laughed.